Hi, thank you for tuning in. You're listening to Pro-Life Radio here in Jacksonville. Compliments of Queen Peace Radio and the fine folks that are supporting this fantastic radio station here in Jacksonville. Before we introduce our guest today, we have a long list of pro-life events that are here locally and coming up. And if you miss any of them, you can find all of these on our website, jacksonvilleforlife.org, under the upcoming events tab. Of course, the 40 Days for Life is ongoing and going through November 1st. For more information, please call 551-2619. We have our local protest Planned Parenthood, October 10th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Planned Parenthood Mill at 5978 Powers Avenue. We have a benefit to our St. Gerard campus, Super Cool 50 Sock Hop, October 17th at Bishop Baker Hall in St. Augustine. Buffet contests and more. More information, contact Maria at 904-829-5516. Also, the 16th Annual Banquet to benefit the Alpha Pregnancy Center, Saturday, October 24th at the First Baptist Church at Palm Coast. Buffet, silent auction, door prizes, and more. Call 904-586-0210. And Walk for Life 2015 to benefit the Women's Help Center, Saturday, November 7th. Prince of Peace Catholic Church, 6320 Bennett Road. For more information, call Becky at 398-5143. And there are a lot of events going on. This is a busy time from October to January. Again, all those events are on our website, jacksonvilleforlife.org, under the upcoming events tab. And today we have with us Colleen with Lifeline Resources. Thank you, Colleen, for being on.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to work with you again.
Pleasure is all ours. How did Lifeline come about?
Well, believe it or not, it was a Bible study. It was from the Women of Grace, Janet Bankovic. And there was a bunch of our friends that were together. And we had been in the pro-life movement before, and working together. And it was the night before our last meeting of the Bible study. And you know how sometimes you get those special moments when you get woke up in the middle of the night? And I woke up and I grabbed my Bible. And it was a story about, Jesus walking on the water and Peter saying, "Lord, I'm coming to you." And, I heard in the back of my mind, how sometimes God speaks to you in a still small voice. And I heard, "Colleen, it's time to go back and do what you do again." So I went to my meeting for the Bible study. And I walked in and I said, "Girls, you're never going to believe what happened to me last night." I said, "You're going to think I'm crazy." And I walked in and I said, "Well, what do you think?" And I can remember it's so vivid in my mind because in one voice, the girl said, "Let's do it." And so that's where it started. And we had our very first meeting in the home of, I don't know if you knew Pete Royal and Diane Royal, to get organized. And basically we started from there. I called my friend Diane Royal, who is a CPA, and I said, "I've never started anything from scratch. What do I do? Help me." And she said, "Well, Colleen, you have to find a place to have your center. You have to have a budget for a 501c3. So one of the ladies on the founding board, her name was Carol. She said, "I'm showing my son around town." She says, "Let me just drive around and see if we can get some ideas of what rent is going to be." So I was thinking in my mind that I'd like to be close to the colleges, the college campuses, because, we have some of our good friends, like at the Women's Help Center, who are very close to the abortion providers. But one sector of the population that is very hard hit and maybe sometimes even ignored are the college students and the high school students. So I said, okay, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I said, let's go and do, and our main focus is the colleges and trying to get our foot in the high schools. Well, that's a very interesting story, too. So my friend called me in about an hour and a half, and she said, Colleen, you better sit down. And I said, okay, what's going on? She said, well, she said, I've got some ideas on what the rent was. I did a couple phone calls. I took some numbers, and she said one of the people said, what is a pregnancy resource center? Because if it has anything to do with abortion, they won't let you in because they're Catholic and they're pro-life.
Great.
So that was a big surprise. So anyway, this person wishes to remain anonymous. But again, we got our place, and we're right on Southside Boulevard. So it wasn't our choice, it was God's choice. So this has been his ministry from the start. So we're on Southside Boulevard. We're 3733 Southside Boulevard, Suite 8. We're in a plaza. And right on a bus line, real close to the college campuses, and of course there's a lot of high schools and things around there. So, God answered our prayers, and he put us on the board, I guess, on the map. So that's how we began.
You said one of the things, I guess, of your mission is servicing the young women that are going to the local universities. Mm-hmm. Is that your sole mission, or is that your principal mission? Or?
It's our principal mission. We don't turn anybody away naturally, and we get people, we get women in from Georgia. A lot of times they want to get away from the communities where they're in, if it's a situation that might be a little dicey. They want to come in. We get people from Georgia, all over the place. But we don't turn anybody away. But that's our main focus. We're trying to educate, teach the girls that they're worth more than a hamburger in a movie, and those types of things, because a lot of times girls don't. When you get into a situation, talking to girls, there's a lot of different issues and there's two sides to every story. And sometimes we find ourselves being surrogate moms to these girls. And our main mission is to just be there, support them, give them what they need, and basically, I call it love bombing. We have to love bomb the girls. And we have girls that come in for diapers that I really don't even think really need diapers. They come in and they'll sit for 45 minutes and just talk to us about things that are going on in their lives. So, there's an awful lot to what we do. It isn't just a pregnancy test. It isn't just handing things out. It's much more than that. It's much deeper than that.
And that leads me to the next question.
Sure.
What services do you guys provide? Well,
we do naturally the free pregnancy tests. We help with diapers and formula, and we do baby clothes up to 24 months. Sometimes we even go a little higher than that because, if these girls are getting a job or they're going to school or whatever, they really need the help. And that's what we're there to do, to keep them in school, to help support their vision or their plans, and to be there for them. And we also do maternity clothes. We also have an ultrasound machine. We're very lucky. We've only been in existence. It'll be 5 years in November. And we've had an ultrasound machine after 2 years. Because the Knights of Columbus, God bless them, I'll tell you. And our other big supporters is St. Catherine's of Orange Park. I don't know where we would be without them. In fact, Joe Crawford came in the other day because he said, what do you guys need? And I said, we're going to need a file cabinet. And our DVD player went berserk on us the other day. So Joe came in. He actually measured to see what we needed, and they've been very, very helpful. Also, Holy Family. They have been wonderful, just absolutely wonderful to us. And the Knights of Columbus through Assumption, I think that's Bishop Kenny, Council, wonderful to us. I don't know where we'd be without those people, I'll tell you. The Knights are just wonderful. So we do the ultrasounds, and, we refer people for WIC, Medicaid. If they need a proof of pregnancy, we do that. And all of our services are free. We don't charge anything for anything that we do.
Now, I'm glad you said ultrasound, because we get so many calls from young mothers wanting information. Of course, our website tries to give as much two-way communication as possible, as far as resources and choices, the living choices of where you can find information about placing your baby for adoption, or the resources if you want to raise your child. But so many are asking about the ultrasounds and the cost to them, because that's not something they're going to get at the abortion mills. Absolutely.
Well, all of our services are free, and we're there. We're very happy to be able to do that. I mean, the moment that a mom sees her baby, it's incredible. It's a very spiritual moment, a very big connection. And because of the Knights of Columbus and whatever, I mean, our ultrasound machine, we have actually been able to capture a baby at 5.5 weeks. And what an incredible sight. Talk about tears to your eyes. Wow, it is just incredible. And so many of the moms, when they come in, that we're thinking about having an abortion, when you have that moment, when that mom sees that baby, it's real to them. It's not a blob of tissue anymore. And it's just an incredible moment. In fact, when the girls go in to have an ultrasound, I'm very animate about certain things. And one of the things I am is I always tell the counselors, do not go in the room. Just let the woman be there with the sonographer and her baby. Give them a moment, because it is incredible. I don't know what to say. It's a very deep spiritual experience, and the girls will walk out and they'll have tears running down their eyes and say, Miss Colleen, I never really knew. Why does everybody say it's a blob of tissue? Why do they say that? And I said, that's a really good question. It is an excellent question. I don't know why the whole world doesn't know that. I mean, it's biology 101.
Yeah, I think the oversimplified answer to that is sin. But
absolutely,
when and the statistics are amazing, that the number of young mothers that have an ultrasound and see their baby that choose life, that's fantastic that you guys can
it is incredible.
Offer that. I know all this is not something that Lifeline can do themselves. Obviously, you have to have partners.
Absolutely, yeah. We have a lot of people in our community that we work with. We work with Healthy Start and Healthy Families. That is very important. My friend Brenda Ross comes in all the time, that works with these girls. I mean, and this is an incredible woman. I mean, she comes in, if the girls don't have transportation, she'll come in, pick up the bags for them and take them to them. I mean, it's an incredible experience. We work with WIC and we work with Medicaid. Also, University Medical Center, they have a Little Miracles program there. There was a lady that I worked with many years ago, and her name was Donna. She was a nurse, and she actually was one of the founders of this program. And basically, it's a wonderful program, because on the third floor of, now it's University Medical Center, used to be Shands Hospital, there's a pregnancy triage. So that women, if they have something goes wrong or they don't feel just right, they can go right up to the third floor and don't have to sit in the emergency room. They also provide a lot of different programs, like breastfeeding programs. They do, mommy's exercise classes, nutrition, all of that. And a woman can actually go up there if she needs blood work, because we don't do blood work. We just do a urine analysis for the pregnancy test. But if she needs that, she can go up there, go in, have that done. If she has to apply for Medicaid or WIC, she can go up there and do that too. So it's like a one-stop shop, and she'll walk away with an appointment with a doctor. So, I mean, it's a great program. We also work with River Region Community Center, and I'm really proud to say that we work with them. These are women that are pregnant that are actually in recovery from alcohol abuse and drug abuse. These women are heroes. To realize that they love their baby so much that they're actually going through this program, and the women can stay there even if they have a child, and they stay there during their whole program. They actually live in. So we've been working with them and helping them to keep the girls on the straight and narrow, should we say, and to be able to achieve their goals. You know, and that's a wonderful, wonderful program. We also work with SOS, our Save Our Students, and their Why Not workshops, which is wonderful because if you have some of the couples maybe that want to get married, maybe just can't afford it, or they have some problem, this Why Not program, Pam Malarkey runs that, and it helps them, and it'll even help them pay for a marriage license if they so desire. So that's wonderful. We work with Jacksonville Micro School. This is an online school for some of our clients to be able to finish getting their education online. It's wonderful. We work with Children's Home Society of Florida. You know, sometimes if the girls are going in and they need to have a pregnancy test or something to be admitted and whatever, we've been able to help them do that. And we work with Head Start and Early Head Start. A lot of times some of our girls need help with putting their children in a program so that they can go to work, whatever, and we work with them as well. So as you can see, we work with a lot of people in the community. It's a we thing, you know.
The way it should be. Colleen, if someone's listening and wants to get more information about the Lifeline, or wants to go ahead and volunteer, how's the best way for them to reach you guys? Okay,
well, they can give us a call at 642-9000. We also have a website, primarily for the clients, but they can get on there and kind of see what we do and get a feel for what we do, and that is scaredandpregnant.org. And then we also have a Facebook page, which we get a lot of inquiries, believe it or not, through the Facebook page. We have it set up so women can actually send me an email and then out for requests or questions, and then we're able to respond to those. I've had about 4 or 5 of those last week. So those are different ways. It's just Lifeline Resources, Inc., on the Facebook. So, okay.
We're going to take a quick break. Please stay with us, and we'll be back momentarily.
This is Mary Catherine Damon with the Diocesan Respect Life Office. Are you looking for a way to get involved with the pro-life movement in light of recent news reports? Well, I'd like to invite you to join us, the Diocese of St. Augustine, in a peaceful, prayerful campaign to end abortion in our diocese. In 2014, there were 8,184 children aborted in our diocese. That's Jacksonville and Gainesville combined. I'd like to invite you to join us in a prayer effort to end abortion in our diocese with 40 Days for Life, September 23rd through November 1st at a Woman's Choice of Jacksonville from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information and to sign up for the prayer campaign, log on to 40daysforlife.com/Jacksonville. That's 40daysforlife.com/Jacksonville. I hope to see you out there on the sidewalk.
And we're back. You're listening to Pro-Life Radio here in Jacksonville. This is Brad Straley with Jacksonville for Life. We have Colleen with Lifeline Resources. And Colleen, something that's been brought to some people's attention. Some of us have known it all along. But I want to talk briefly about Planned Parenthood and ethics, and how ethics also is with the pro-life movement as well.
Yeah, big subject. One of my favorites. Planned Parenthood is just a conundrum of things. And for years, those of us that have been in the pro-life movement or worked in pregnancy centers have known that Planned Parenthood has been doing the sale of the baby parts for many, many years, and also the fact that they didn't do mammograms. The one thing that's very, very important is transparency. I think that's really important with pregnancy centers. And now it just seems like, everything that Cecile Richards has done, who is the head of Planned Parenthood, is now coming back to haunt her. She was on The View. I remember she was on The View. I can't remember. I think it was 2009 or something like that, or it was years ago, where she was saying that, that if they don't get their funding for Planned Parenthood, women are going to go without health care. They're going to go without their mammograms. They're going to go without other health visits and things like that, which now we're finding out by her own admission is not true. I mean, when she was put on the spot, she had to admit, and there have been a lot of phone calls made over the years, done very well, to ask, what kind of services do you provide? What do you do? Kind of like a secret shopper. Mm-hmm. And we've known all along that they haven't been doing this, but it was really how should I say, justifying to be able to see her and to make her actually say, we don't do those, we send them out. I mean, with the movement, the way it's going, like the breast cancer movement in October, there are other organizations that actually make a lot of money, and they give money to Planned Parenthood under the guise of doing mammograms and breast health. They don't. They give a chunk of that money to Planned Parenthood. Where does it go? I'd rather see that money go to the National Cancer Society or the Donna Hicken Foundation that's local, or something like that, where the money is going to go where you say. It's just, there's no transparency. When I go into the store and I see everything marked with the little pink ribbon and, for the big Komen Foundation, and it's just to find out that they give a chunk of that money to Planned Parenthood, and they're not doing anything for breast cancer. They admit it, they're not doing that. Let's be honest. Just say you don't do it. You know what I mean? It's just don't do mammograms. Be transparent from the beginning. I mean, I think it's very important. I mean, also, for example, if a girl calls the center and says, do you do abortions there? We don't make them think we're an abortion provider. We tell them no, but you have the right to know what you're going through. I mean, it's right across the board. You have to be transparent, because if you're not honest on the line or when you're talking to the girls, they're going to know it. They're going to know it. And, honesty is really the best policy. And I have never lost one girl when I've said, no, we don't do abortions, but why don't you come in and we'll show you what you need to know. Let's educate you. And it's important. And we talked about, sexual integrity and things like that. So, I mean, transparency right across the board is really, really important. But especially for Planned Parenthood, I'm so thankful to God, because this was able to be revealed in a very great way. I mean, I thought it was ingenious, the way that they did it. Oh, here, we'll leak a video. And then you see this video, and it knocks you off your seat. I mean, even I, knowing they did this, but when I actually heard it with my ears, from somebody working it, I was just blown away. Drinking water and having wine and eating and talking about, livers and arms, and I was blown away.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
A professional person to sit there and say, don't worry about it, or abortionists are good enough where they can kill the baby, and still you'll be able to get all the baby organs that you want.
And the one doctor says, hey, this is a little boy. I almost fell over. I mean, it's just incredible, and they did it so well, though. They really did.
In honesty, I think the pro-life movement is so important, especially for you guys on the front line, because you're not getting the federal funding. You're not getting that $550 million a year like Planned Parenthood. So if someone's making a tax-deductible donation to you guys,
yes,
I think it makes them feel a lot better knowing that you guys are honest and transparent, and how the economy it has to be difficult for you guys to continue to raise money and stay in business and help young mothers in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it is. It is very important. And one thing I like people to know is when they give money to us, it goes to what we say it's going to go. We had a client, donator, people who made donations, and they said, "This money, here's $100. It's for diapers." It's put away for diapers, and the money goes toward diapers. We have, and so when people give us money, they have to know it goes for, if they want it for certain things, that's what it goes for, so.
Great. Colleen, I can't believe we're out of time already. Someone's listening. How can they get in touch with Lifeline Resources? Okay,
they can call us at area code 904-642-9000. And again, we're at 3733 Southside Boulevard, Suite 8. We're in a plaza. We have a big sign above our door that says pregnant with a question mark. And we'd be glad to have people come in, and we'd love to give them a cook's tour and show them our little place.
Great. Can't thank you enough for helping our young mothers and saving babies in Jacksonville, and for being on today. For those who are listening, until next time, do something, save babies in Jacksonville.